breaking, adjudicated criminal Google gets robbed for over $100 million by Vlad. First, let me say, it really sucks when people mess with your business, doesn't it? When people cost you money, doesn't it? Anyway, all you guys, not just this website, every website, they all capitalized. They unleashed or allowed to be unleashed on their sites all the moral compasses that tell us what we can and can't say on camera and shut people down, do the mob's work, etc. Those people, they all allowed, that's every website, social media site, they all allowed this beast to be unleashed for decades. They platformed Alex Jones for decades, allowed him to spew lies and Russian propaganda, allowed Russian operatives in droves to work on their websites. They knew it was going on. They didn't give a fuck. It made them money. It pumped their metrics. Anyway, when you make a deal with the devil and you want to capitalize on that because you think that it's going to bring you your oligarch utopia, pays negative infinity taxes, etc. That's what all you people are looking for. You ain't hiding it, and that's why you make deals with people like Vlad. That's your fault, your problem. And one more time, you allowed this beast to be unleashed and you capitalized, made millions on it, allowed the lies, allowed the propaganda to damage America for decades. All of you did it, not just this website. And you're still allowing those operatives to work on your websites, even though they robbed you blind. That's the saddest part. That's why you don't make a deal with the devil, people. It's like making a deal with Darth Vader, an analogy that everyone can understand. How do deals work with Darth Vader? Well, Darth Vader ain't afraid of nobody, so he doesn't have to honor a deal. Guess who's the equivalent of Darth Vader on this planet? Vlad Putin. No, he's more like the Emperor, but let's call him Vader for now. Vlad isn't afraid of anyone. He can have anyone whacked. He doesn't care. He ain't afraid of mega giant Google. He could care less. He just proved it on what I'm about to read to you. You don't make deals with Darth Vader, because this is what happens. But again, it really sucks when people mess with your business. I can totally relate, guys, because you did it to me intentionally. You did the mob's work with malice. Vlad did it to you intentionally with malice. And now you're going to fight in the courts to try and get your money back, right? The courts in Russia? Or you're going to get your money back from Vlad? Or wait a minute, you're going to go to the taxpayer for that instead or something? Is that the route you're going to go legally? Because you know you ain't getting it from Vlad. He ain't afraid of you. He ain't afraid of nobody. He's the most ruthless mobster probably on the planet. That mob that's associated with Vlad. Ruthless. They make Google look like amateurs. Let's read this. Many publications have published this today. Russian authorities have confiscated more than 100 million from Google, reports The Telegraph. That's a lot of money, 100 million. That's a lot more than you guys cost me, but you know, you cost me a whole career, so whatever. Who knows what that could have been worth? That's a damn lot of money. That's a shame. According to court documents, Moscow spent the money to finance propaganda for the war in Ukraine. You know, that stuff all of you websites allowed these people to do for decades, operate on your websites? And since you guys benefited at the time, you didn't give a fuck about America, not a damn one of you. But since you benefited at the time, it was all good. Then when people said, we don't want this anymore, we don't want Russian propaganda anymore, we don't want Vlad's trolls all over our shit every day, that's the only reason you guys have made this decision to try and tamp it back a little bit, or have the appearance of tamping it back. Anyway, in 2022, bailiffs seized funds from Google's Russian accounts, leading to the bankruptcy of its Russian division. In other words, people, they took everything. Vlad took everything. Like in The Grinch Stole Christmas, when the Grinch took that last little crumb off the floor. That's Vlad, baby. That's what he did. And it sucks to have your business messed with to the point you got to close it down. I know what that's like. That's exactly what you did to me. Let's continue. So the whole Russian division, gone. Zero. Why? Because Vlad wanted it. That's why. You don't make deals with Darth Vader. If I owned a website, I would have flipped the switch on Russia a long time ago, son. I would have never let them operate on my website for decades, just so I could make more. That's you people. And you try and pin that shit on me, right? Fuck out of here. People made billions off this shit. Guess it's gonna cost you billions too. Anyway, the seized money was transferred to Russian TV channels such as RT and Tsargrad to support the Kremlin's war. The very propaganda that all these websites allowed, still allow, because they make money on it. Look what it cost them. What a shame. Let me, before I move on, let me make this point. This person you're all trying to put in power, all you corporations that want your tax cut utopia, oligarch utopia, Google being one of them. This is the type of things he would do if you allowed him, if we all allowed him as a nation. He'd be just like Vlad. If he wanted your 100 million, he would take your 100 million. And what are you going to do about it? Fight him in court? The dictator of America? This is who Donnie Shitbags looks up to. This is who owns Donnie Shitbags. This is who you want in charge? I've been trying to warn you. I tried to warn the oligarchy, didn't I? But since I have no reach, no one heard that, right? Maybe they should start listening. Anyway, this is the type of thing you would expect. Everybody thinks the dictator it'll never backlash on them. The junkyard dog will never turn and bite them in the ass because they set the junkyard dog loose. Guess it bit him in the ass, huh? Making a deal, letting this junkyard dog, Vlad Putin, operate on their websites. Look what it cost them. It's going to cost them more, too. Vlad ain't done taking money. That's what Vlad does. He ain't afraid of nobody. Even Google. He's proving it. Google stated that the amount the company had to pay under the court decision was significantly less than the amount seized. In response, the company has filed lawsuits against RT, Tsargrad, TV, all the different entities in the United States and England seeking to block the rights of these broadcasters to pursue its assets in other countries. Motherfuckers coming for more. Again, Google, it sucks when people mess with your business, right? This is some hardcore messing right here. I know what it's like. You guys allowed a whole trolling campaign to say the most vile lies about me, attack my audience, stalk, harass people. Look what's happening to you here. Wow. Interesting. Ironic. I bet those suits are going to get all your money, your whole division back. This is Vlad. He ain't paying you shit. Oh, God. Is that the first one or second one? Hold on. Russian courts. This is good. You're going to love this part, guys. All three of you that ain't lawyers. Russian courts have found that Google owes Tsargrad 32.8 billion rubles. That's 273 million. Damn, it don't look like the courts are on your side in Russia. The courts ain't on your side here either, Google, because you're an adjudicated criminal now. Now you're getting robbed on time. 273 million. Woo! But that amount, hold on. But that amount could, because Vlad don't stop there, son. Vader don't stop there. But that amount could grow significantly with daily fines. And you know, Vlad sets that amount. Karma is a thing. Is a thing. These past, I don't know, since about, what was it, March 6th, have really shown that. Your Honor, this isn't even a court video, but Your Honor. What a pity. Google accuses the Russian courts of applying arbitrary sanctions and fines in an attempt to punish the company for complying with international sanctions. Punishing people. Kind of like the way you guys punished me the day after I talked about you being an adjudicated criminal, and the next morning I woke up to a strike. Exactly 90 days to the minute to the second of the previous strike. Kind of punishment like that kind of stuff. Or shutting me down every 3 seconds because the mob wants you to. Those kind of punishments. Or your little community guidelines emails. And the punishments you don't even abide your own policy. Proving my case. So, I want to read this one part one more time. Russian courts say that Google owes Tsargrad 32.8 billion rubles, that's 273 million US dollars. Wow. Again, really hurts when someone fucks with your business, and they are fucking with your business. Oh, international sanction. Then it just says Russian propaganda after that. I don't know why. Since the beginning of the full-scale war, Russia has been actively spreading fake information on the internet and on its TV channels. Deepfakes with government and military officials have appeared on social media everywhere. And before, this has been going on for decades. All of these companies have been allowing it because it profits them. They're not innocent in this little deep fake and all the Russian activity. They allowed it. They knew exactly where. They know the IP addresses. They know where the shit's coming from, son. They ain't stupid. They know exactly what's on their website. But, you know, they were too busy focusing on me and calling me a scammer and doing the mob's work and spreading the mob's propaganda against me because I dared talk about a dead rock star. They allowed all this, though. Till it almost cost us our entire government. Then they still allowed those people right back on the platform. People like Donald Trump, Fox News, etc. They're all still there, proving these websites don't care about this country. They care about this, though. When a country takes their entire division and all the money they have in their banks, they start caring then, I bet. I wonder how many heads will roll for this one. I don't know. But they allowed all this. Let me read this again. Since the beginning of the full-scale war. Let me replace that with since for decades, because I've been seeing it for decades on this website and others. So I'm a witness to that myself. Again, I had to leave so many channels behind because they spread this shit. The ops against the Clintons, all that stuff. Am I saying the Clintons are saints? Of course not. But there's been a Russian op against them and our whole country for decades. These people allowed it. Now the very people they allowed to, the beast they unleashed, robbed them for over 100 million. Now they got to go spend millions more in court to attempt to get some of that money back from somewhere. They don't care where. That's their own fault, son. That's your own fault, son. I have to talk to you like you're a child because you're a child. Earlier, the Russians spread false reports on an offensive near blah, blah, blah. That's not important. That's not the point of what I'm talking about here. Let's go to the last page. This information was denied by the defense for it. Read more about Russia's goals in spreading fakes, capture, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's the end. But again, people, they unleashed this beast that just stole $100 million and their entire vision. In other words, in Russia, Vlad took everything Google had. He might even take more via fines, etc., blah, 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 if they want to operate in Russia. Again, folks, I know you guys are the wise ones in the suits and stuff that run this website and other websites, and it made you a damn lot of money. The Pizzagate shit, all the Russian ops for over 20 years that you've propagated and allowed to propagate. Enabled, because it made you money. Look what they did to you. That's your reward for it. And that's your reward for fucking with people like me. Doing shady shit. Ruining my business, my reputation, labeling me a criminal. Problem is, guys, no court ever labeled me a criminal. Just you liars. Only you. And you're an adjudicated criminal now in America. And Russia stole all your money. Again, it really hurts. It hurts, doesn't it, guys? Up there in the Google management section. When people label you a criminal, difference is the courts labeled you a criminal, son. Adjudicated criminal. I only got you liars saying I'm a criminal. Isn't that interesting? And it hurts when someone outright, intentionally, with malice, steals everything you built like it was nothing. Because they're not afraid of you. Because you're the little guy. You have no power. Guess who ain't afraid of you? Vlad Putin. And he took it all. Good luck spending $3 billion to get it back. But that's not going to bother. Just like you'd spend $30 million fighting me in court just to not have to pay me one, or whatever the penalty was, or whatever the settlement offer was. That's what you would do. Therefore, you deserve these things, don't you? You don't make deals with Darth Vader. That's what happens when you make a deal with Vader. He takes everything, and you say thank you. Because he ain't afraid of you. Just like Vlad ain't afraid of you. The gods of the internet, Google themselves, the ones who dare label me a scammer and throw strikes on my channel the day after they get adjudicated a criminal. I don't know what to say, guys, except for it really sucks when someone messes with your business, doesn't it? And then it really sucks when someone labels you a criminal, especially when it's a judge. I know how all that feels, guys, except the criminal part, because I'm not you. But I know how it feels to have a major corporation ruin my business. You're not the only one, though. TikTok did it, Facebook did it, other websites did it. It sucks, man. It sucks. Then you got to spend a bunch of money in court, try and recoup what you lost, right, guys? That's what I have to do too, right? Because you cost me money. All you had to do is be decent and honest. I know that's a lot to ask in this world, especially from a major corporation. and a mob family and random people on the internet. I know that's too much to ask. But, you know, some of us try. We're not perfect, but some of us try. And we try not to make deals with Darth Vader because it'll just, so it can make our empire a little bigger, a few billion more bigger. I know how it feels, guys. It sucks, doesn't it? I understand. I can totally sympathize, empathize, everything. I get it. I get it. Have a good day.